welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning to your boy, Pfunk Thinking Right, at my YouTube channel where I do what I do for you. Today, writers in 25 Rules to Live By, storytelling, story with a message, legend the story. Yeah, we still in Black History Month and we still in Egypt. And today we're going to discuss my version of the 5 Egyptian goddesses. Okay, my favorite, the 5 that I, pretty much like. I'm going to go through them. And these are, remember, women. These are goddesses. That means these are the characteristics of females. Okay? Not the men. Not the male or the masculine. This is all feminine goddesses. Goddesses is the feminine aspect of God. God, male, goddess, female. Okay? Let's talk about the goddesses. We talk a lot of God. I'm big on goddesses. Why? Because in today's time, we don't elevate the woman. We don't pedestal the woman. Why? I don't know, but I do. Okay? From my mother to my wife to my sister to my aunts and my cousin. Any female who I have respect for, I pedestal them. Why? Respect. That's all. My nieces, respect. I'm not looking at anybody that I love in a sexual context. I know. That's just perverted to me. So I don't look at my family. I put them in that category. As I said, I put them where I can see them in a certain light. I don't put my family people and my loved ones in the same category as I do ordinary regular people who I don't know. See? Look at them different, think about them different. It makes the difference. Here we go. The 5. First you're going to start out with is Isis, Aset, wife of Asar. She was called the mistress of the magical power. She can raise the dead. Remember, her story is she got all the information from Ra. She was a student of Ra, and she held Ra accountable to give her all the information. So she was very informative about everything, her and Osiris. But once Osiris was dead, she the only one had the power, and she passed it on to her son. Like we do traditionally, you keep it in the family. She raised her son to be the man. Isis, mother of Haru, she raised him to be the warrior and the avenger against his father killer, which was his uncle. Uncle Sam, sound familiar? No, uncles is, gotta watch that uncle boy. The original ride or die sister, Isis. When Osiris was put into the coffin, sent down the Nile River, she went and found him in Abydos, brought the body back, set it up. Set came back, found the body cut up into 14 pieces, and she went and found the body again. That's a ride or die. She's a bad girl. Okay. Isis was the sworn enemy of Set. She couldn't stand her brother and her husband's killer. So she had a big problem with him. Okay, they never got along. All right. We got family members who don't get along. Fight like cats and dogs. So it ain't just started. Even ancient time, even the guys and goddesses had issues. That's my point with that. The last one is she's the twin sister to Nephthys, who represents serpent power. From the Kundalini aspect, they were twins. Only difference is Isis had on the crown, Nephthys wore the inverted crown. So their headgear was different. Only in that fact, everything else, they twins. Serpent power, Kundalini, yeah, that's them. Okay, Negbit and Ujat, that's them. They doubled in a few places. At the funeral procession, they were called the Great Mourners. They were the one who like met and cried. Ah! Yeah, that's their job. Okay, they mourn the dead. Next one is Sekhmet, the lioness, the Eye of Ra. She is Ra's daughter. The story goes with her. I love the story because she's a straight out killer. She's a beast. She's destroyed. She's a destroyer. If she get pissed off, oh, hell breaking loose, for real. Okay. Her husband was Ptah, God in himself. He didn't mess with her. Okay? The mother of Nefertiti, her son, who was born in the lotus plant, sits like this, so quiet, listen, pay attention. His thing was shut your mouth, open your ears, listen. Okay. Sekhmet was the Isis of the Memphite cosmology. She represents the Trinity for the Memphis concept. Ptah, Sekhmet, Nefertiti. That was the Trinity for them. She's the lioness goddess who loved protecting cats, who Egyptians worship. Okay, as the lioness, she's destructive. When she come back and transform back into a normal domestic cat, she's Bastet. Okay, she had two identities, two different names, different purposes. But again, all the guys were pretty much interchangeable. They had different aspects that they fulfill. Again, your personality. Get with the movement now. Then you got Mut. Mut was the wife of Amun, the mother of Khonsu, who was considered the moon god. Now Mut we called the great mother. And where they were at, Waset, where they at, that's what they believed. They was again the Trinity, the Mother, Father, and the Son. Every city, Heliopolis, Memphis, Thebes, Waset, they all had different Trinity gods. That's why I say different name, same purpose, all character builders for them to be better, them to get closer to God. Understand God's purpose in man. Okay? It's important. Here we go. Mut was the mother, Khonsu, considered the moon god. Mut the great, she considered the great mother for them. Okay? Isis, again, Rada the great mother. Any female aspect from that time was held in reverence and worship as a goddess, which was how it was done. Now, not so much. Another lesson. Right now, let that go. Here we go. Mut with the Isis of the Western tradition, part of the Trinity. She wore the double crown hat, the inside, the white one inside, the red on the outside. Male and female aspects, again, upper and lower Egypt. Everything had a metaphoric condemnation to it and understanding, symbolic behind it, symbology behind it, and subliminal message. All that is in the hieroglyphics. All that was in how they presented their case. Okay, here we go. Next one, my girl, Het Hadu, wife consort to Hadu. Okay, they had 4 kids, 4 sons. The 4 sons that they had, when they embalm you, the 4 jars that they used, all those are sons of Horus and Heru. They carried the insides, the intestine, the stomach, the lungs, and other part of the body. The heart stayed in, brain went in the garbage. But they had the 4 Coptic jars with the parts into it. Okay? That was how they embalmed you. They kept the parts with you. All right? Not that you're going to use it again. That part I got an issue with because we ain't coming back to the body. But that was a concept, and back then, that's what they had. Here we go. Hetu was the goddess of beauty, Ra's favorite. It was said that he was upset, and she showed him that thing, and he smiled. Okay? Conception. That's the nighttime joke. I need to get me a nighttime show because I can say and do a few other things right now as a child, so I gotta keep it clean. Here we go. Hetu worked the double plume crown also. She also wore the cow horns, okay, with the sun disk in between. Cow, the great mother. In Egypt time, Indians made the cow sacred. They got it from us. We use the cow as a nurturing concept. The cow was the great nurturer, the great mother. Meher, the big cow, the full one, the mighty one. Okay, the birth giver of Ra. See, these are all concepts that they had in ancient times that they metaphorically used to make points and to educate, enlighten the less enlightened, to give them concepts and views that they can live with to better themselves, to get closer to God, so they can have some understanding to make it to the afterlife. Again, they live for afterlife. Not like us, we live for today. We live for now. We want everything now. Okay? Here we go. Meher, my girl, Karma, the mighty one. The full one, I just told you about. She's symbolized by the cow, but she also, Karma, she also the birthing brick. At the time of birth, she's there to keep records. Again, these are all characters, part of you. She's there from the time of birth, and guess what? At death, at the weighing of the scales, with judgment of the heart, she's there with you then. She keeps everything where it's supposed to be. If you make a statement of 42 confession Mayat, and any one of them confessions are linked up with God that sits there, and when you say, I have not had sex with another man, knowing you did homosexual activity, they're going to say, remember? And they're going to call you on what you did. That was the concept. That's the purpose. So lying to yourself ain't going to work. That's what they were telling you way back then. Half of us don't know that now. Okay, so I digress. The last one we talking about Meher, my girl. Meher doubles as Karma. I got the birthing brick. All these things I'm giving you information because these are the people who I know like the back of my hand. I live them. They are in me. They're part of me. It's an aspect that I use. Meher aspect in life. Karma. I know if when I do this, I won't get that. That's Meher. Understanding what you reap, what you sow. The destiny. Destination. Where? If you're good, destination. Past judgment, you're good. Don't do things you're supposed to do. Destination, I'm at. You ain't gonna make it. reincarnation. That's all. It was a way of life that they adopted, that they used, and it was prolific for thousands of years. Nobody questioned it. Nobody argued it. They just did it. When other people came in, then we got problems. Well, we think penises is all over the place. We don't want to see that. Take the woman out and put the Holy Ghost in. Again, because they couldn't deal with phalluses that was all over the place, signifying regeneration, resurrection, and rebirth. That's all it represents. That's all the thing is good for. The penis, the male penis, it secretes sperm to create life in a female vagina, which the ovary, the sperm. Come on, man, this is life. That's all it is. It ain't no big mystery. So don't play this game about just no. Stop. Immaculate conception is when a woman having sex with one man, got pregnant by that man, no other sperm in that birth canal, so it's an immaculate conception. Pure. That's all it means. So stop with this. Well, you cannot create life without sperm and an egg. Let it go. Next we got is meet her is also your destiny. Okay, she's the one that reaps what you sow. She's keep track. So if you lie, she gonna step in and say, no, got you. Okay? Meet her, the mother of all God and goddesses. She said, I gave birth to Ra. That means I birthed the son. I gave life to the life giver. So respect me, understand me. And women, fellas, my mother called the shots. In my household, my wife called the shots. So as a man, don't get your ego and get your pants in the bunch about you just a pawn in this game of life that they use us to get done what they need done for themselves. Understand that. Yeah, we the king. Yeah, they're gonna take care of us, but there's certain things you need to make sure she's the queen. If you're a king, don't treat your wife like a consort, like a slave. No. Respect. You want her to respect you, you respect her. That's the way the game is played. And they gave you goddesses for that purpose, to show you it ain't just a man's world. James Brown, it became a man's world because man couldn't deal with a female in charge or female in power position, so they just wiped her out. You can't even be a priest, female. Why not? It's got to be man. And then the men, we ain't going there. I'm not going there. You got to realize fair means both sexes have the same opportunity. The brain works like the word for both, female and male. Women can learn and be just as astute spiritually as the man. Egyptians knew that. Why don't we, as Western civilization, modern man, don't have the woman in high esteem? She's like a concubine. Yeah, she's a throw-in. Really? When we had queens, they still celebrating the British queen on the throne, and that lady old as dirt. But because she the queen, she got all this. Monarchy been dead a long time ago. It don't work. I ain't big on politics, okay? But I am big on truth, justice, and what they call the American way. No, the American way been beat before we got here. American way is just a concept that don't work. It ain't real. They say you're really good. They tell you a whole bunch of stuff, but they don't do half the stuff they say. And don't keep their word on nothing. That guy who makes all the deals and never keep his end, we know about him. The guy that rewards you and benefits you in abundance, I know about him. That's the guy I roll with. The other guy to make the deals and it never work out the way you thought it was or way you should think it should, that's why you do what you're supposed to do for the one who's going to reward you the way you need to be rewarded. Not with stuff, not with things, see, but with affirmation on who he is and how he can make things happen. He can make a way out of no way. I found that out the old-fashioned way. I learned it. I've seen it. I've had it happen. So yeah, I'm in. I never knew what it meant before. Well, he can make a way out of no way. Really? Yeah, really. See? Before you are convinced of something, before you experience something, all you can have is a concept. All you can have is a view. All you can have an idea. Truth and knowledge and wisdom comes in proof. The experience of God's grace will have you become a true believer of God. That's all. Ain't up to man. I can't convince you to follow God. I can't convince you none of that. God would do that on his own. All you got to do is pay attention and listen even the goddesses.